Hi everybody, and thanks for joining us here on TNT, keeping you in contact with some of the main stories happening here in Thailand. And today we're heading up to the Thai-Cambodian border. Things have been a bit quiet there of recent, so you may have thought, but the volume was turned up in the last couple of days, and we'll bring you up to date on that story in a moment. Two housekeeping things very quickly. Firstly, if you want to send me links in the comments section on YouTube, you can't. So all those people who are trying to send me links are putting a link to a YouTube or to a news story. There's no use doing that because it just goes straight into the bin. So just say what you need to say, and I'm happy to read your comments, as is everybody else. The other thing is just a very quick note about what's happening with the weather here in Thailand. There has been a tropical storm. It was momentarily a typhoon as it came out of the South China Sea, made landfall in Vietnam late yesterday. It's passed through Laos and now is weakening as it enters Thailand. And there we are, we're looking at Venture Sky. Down the bottom we've got Bangkok, and then that white stripe is where this tropical storm Kajiki is weakening and heading into Thailand from the northeast and down. So as you can see, quite a lot of rain right up there in the very northeast and the north of Thailand, but really nothing more to say other than that. And as you can see, a bit of weather there along the far east coast, south of Pattaya and Ranong, but also on the Andaman Sea coast, coming down as far as Ranong, but it's not really getting down to places like Phang Nga, Phuket or Krabi. So after that quick weather update, now it's time for Sound Wars. So we're checking the latest on the Thai-Cambodian border using a variety of sources, including Cambodian, but we'll start with the Bangkok Post. And sound cannon used against Cambodians invading Ban Nong Chan. And the Deputy Defence Minister, this is the second paragraph, said today that the 1st Army region used long-range acoustic devices to prevent Cambodians illegally entering Ban Nong Chan. Now we'll check out exactly where that is in just a moment, but we're also sharing a bit of YouTube footage from yesterday. And it says a mob of Cambodian civilians and soldiers removed concertina wire laid by the Thai military, and they invaded Ban Nong Chan last night. And the 1st Army had strung the additional wire in Ban Nong Chan ahead of the visit by the Sakyao governor to discuss land ownership with Thai people living there. So this is another section along the Thai-Cambodian border where there is a dispute about exactly where the border is. And amongst everything else that's being discussed, the precise location of these borders simply isn't being addressed. They're really just continuing to argue about it. And the Thai Army spokesperson said the area of Ban Nong Chan the Cambodians tried to enter on Monday was Thai territory, but had been used to shelter Cambodian refugees who fled internal conflict decades ago. So where exactly is Ban Nong Chan? So the map indicates it's about a 3 or 4 hour drive east of Bangkok into the Sakyao province, right there on the Cambodian border. And just as we zoom in, we can see this particular school. We'll talk more about that in a moment. There's that indentation into the border. Well, that's according to Google Maps, but clearly it's that indentation that is causing this particular conflict. But a bit more about that sound weapon. And we go to nationthailand.com. LRAD, crowd control device deployed at Thai-Cambodian border. Why is the man holding his nose? Well, we'll get to that. A long-range acoustic device, a tactical sound amplification system, recently caused confusion among Cambodians when some covered their noses instead of their ears, believing fake news that Thailand was using poison gas. Now, this completely unverified allegation has been used by Cambodian trolls about the use of poison gas, but there's absolutely nothing to it. But back to those sound devices. Now, it says that LRADs are advanced crowd control devices that emit high-intensity sound waves. They can generate frequencies loud enough to induce headaches, nausea, or temporary hearing discomfort, but they're not designed to cause permanent ear damage. And LRADs can reach 151 decibels, which I take it is very loud, allowing authorities to disperse crowds more effectively than with tear gas or rubber bullets, while remaining within international standards of non-lethal force. And amongst the news about the use of sound weapons along this patch of the Thai-Cambodian border, there were reports about villagers on both sides of the barbed wire standing there yelling their various national anthems across the border. Not sure exactly how effective that would have been, but what does the acting Prime Minister in Thailand have to say about this? Khao English on their Facebook page reporting today that Phumtham Wuchiachai confirms Thailand's wire fencing at Ban Nong Chan is correct under the ceasefire agreement. And further down there, the acting Prime Minister of Thailand said this issue is an ongoing problem and it will be resolved based on the current situation. And quoting him, "We confirm that what we've done is correct and everything has been done under the ceasefire agreement in Malaysia." Now, over the past couple of weeks, the most effective weapons used have been social media from both sides. A lot of disinformation, a lot of exaggeration, and the senior editor of Khao English, Prawit Rojanapruk, has written an opinion piece about this. He said during the face-off at Ban Nong Chan in a disputed area yesterday, besides the fact that children should not be used as human shields in dangerous and unsafe situations, we should also avoid distortion. And then referring to some cartoons used in Cambodian media, he refers to the picture on the left there, saying that's the original real photo, which doesn't show any Thai soldiers pointing their guns at the Cambodian woman. And when it was adapted into anime or cartoon in the second picture, the image was distorted to show a Thai soldier pointing a gun straight at the Cambodian woman and her child. It goes on to say that the rest of the Thai soldiers were staring at her as if trying to subdue or harm her, while in the real photo they were not even looking at her. Prawit says this is an intentional distortion, unnecessarily creating more misunderstanding and hatred. I urge all parties to be more responsible as the conflict persists, so it doesn't needlessly blow out of proportion. So a lot of distortion, a lot of misinformation posted from both sides, and the social media weapons seem to be the most effective, certainly over the past couple of weeks. And the rise of nationalism in the two countries, to some people, could be seen as quite worrying. Let's go to some Cambodian media. And Khmer Times posting this story, Defence Ministry quoting villagers protest against Thai troops driven by love for homeland and defence of lawful land. And quoting now the well-known Cambodian Defence Ministry spokesperson, she said the actions of our people, landowners and villagers alike, were born from their love of the land and their resolve to protect what is lawfully theirs. They united in peaceful protest to show concern over the Thai military's cassava planting, which they saw as an infringement on their rights. And she went on to say that Cambodia remains committed to dialogue and peaceful solutions. And let's just check quickly with the Phnom Penh Post, an opinion piece, Cambodia's peaceful approach in the face of misinformation. Their version of things claims by a Thai Foreign Ministry spokesperson that Cambodia's use of social media platforms serve inflammatory purposes are both unfounded and misleading. It is in fact certain Thai figures, particularly within the military and political establishment, who have repeatedly used social media and local media outlets to deflect responsibility and stir nationalist sentiment among the public. Well, really, there's been plenty of that from both sides, and maybe they should just lock up the Thai and Cambodian foreign minister in a small room with a set of pool noodles and let them fight it out and come up with some resolution, because all this mudslinging from either side is not doing any good. The whole rhetoric's been ramped up, a lot of misinformation, exaggeration, such that even if they opened up the borders today or tomorrow, and by the way, the borders are still, the land borders are still closed, the hate that's been whipped up from both sides is going to take a long time to resolve. And of course the people that really suffer are the kids. This from Nation Thailand. School closed as Thai-Cambodian border tensions rise. And a border school in Thailand's Sakyao province has temporarily shut its doors, citing safety concerns. Ban Nong Chan School in Kok Sang district announced the two-day closure today, stating the decision was made for the safety of its students, teachers and staff. And the closure, which will run until Thursday, was deemed a special suspension of classes. The school has urged parents to ensure their children's safety and to monitor updates closely through the school's official Facebook page. So the ceasefire generally holds, but these skirmishes at various locations along the border will continue to happen. And the more that both sides keep referring to the maps, the more we see that the maps are the problem. And at some stage, the Thai and Cambodian authorities are just going to have to sit down with a pen and resolve these border issues. It's not going to be easy. It will take time. It'll probably involve a third party like ASEAN to try and act as the adjudicator. But at some stage, they're going to have to sit down with those maps and work something out. Otherwise, this conflict will just continue to fester. Hopefully that's a bit of a useful update on what's happening along the Thai-Cambodian border. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, and we look forward to seeing you next time.